I don't know. These are pretty good wiggles. You think this is bad wiggles? Look at these wiggles.
I'm guessing you have it set to headlock.
Headlock? Yeah, yeah, when it comes to the IK, but the thing is that I can't really, I have to adapt to whatever the setup is, because these are computers that belong to other dancers as well, who are willingly allowing us to use them. So a lot of the equipment here we have to be very careful with. We have our own gaskets, we don't trade gaskets, we have our own straps. We don't trade straps unless an emergency. I wear VR lenses as well that only work for the index, so unfortunately I can only be on the index.
Yeah.
I had an issue with another dancer, but they opted to use the Vive that we have in-house.
The lasers themselves are also completely custom built shaders that was made.
When it comes to actually being chosen to perform, usually people just message me on Telegram, and then I put them in the group chat, and they let us know whether or not they're coming to that convention. And then if they want to dance, I ask them if they want to dance at least once, or if they want to dance multiple times, and then I make a spreadsheet with the number of dances. Whoa, whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Up to base station.
Careful with the base station.
Yeah, watch out for this tripod. Right here.
Or anyway, what was I saying? So we do schedule for performers. They pick a slot. If too many performers are picking a DJ, then I put it to a vote. And if there is a performer who's requested specific dancers, I think one of the performers today requested 2 dancers from Floor Wars. They were here yesterday. The name is eluding me right now because I'm thinking of a whole bunch of other stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. One thing I always recommend is don't do back-to-back dancing.
Absolutely.
And
breaks,
I've actually, and as I've gauged performers, some of them, they can do with this for an hour. This is an hour's worth of performances. So there are times where we have to swap out or pop out, take a drink, or come back in. And then there are moments where I have to have a backup replace the other one. At FWA, I had a break dancer performer who I knew that if they go for a solid hour, they can't dance anymore throughout the day.
Yeah.
So I try to gauge it for like 30 minutes for some of them, and I try to gauge like the performer's ability. Communication is always a key thing here, but this is just the management side of things.
That's really cool.
That's
awesome.
Very impressive.
And then play it back out.
You do amazing.
I'm just wiggling. We're just wiggling. We're wiggling, right? Yeah, we're just wiggling. Yeah, we're wiggling. Yeah, we just wiggle.
But yeah, it's crazy.
I'm finding issues because someone keeps changing things here. Someone keeps changing my screen, so I don't know what's happening.
We're doing show and tell.
I didn't realize,
You tell me when you do it.
when I was at the dance last night, I was like, oh, that's cool. They have
Oh my god.
Here is the setup from last year, so you can see there's that same laptop over there. There's the cordoned out little like tape spots.
Yeah, I didn't even
Just like telling everyone to stay out, but the VR person has to hope to get out that they know where the light is.
When I started this, it was just me,
and
some
so
gaffer
the base
tape,
stations, I believe,
and the desire to just get it done.
they moved around a lot.
No one else
It's
was
absolute
doing
dumpster
it.
fire. It's either attached to that chair there, it's sitting on the table, or it's attached to that drape.
Again,
I don't know because it's grainy as shit. But this is a picture that I took last year from up on the little. You can go up there. We can go up there. You cannot go up there.
But mentally, just
Yeah, you can use whatever. Hello. But yeah, so last year was an absolute mess, and we improved on it greatly. I sketched out a bunch of stuff to like make sure this actually turns into a thing instead of like a vague attempt at making something work right, because it was so bad. Like the tracking was constantly fucking up. Like I don't know if anybody was here last night. Like
again,
the trackers would constantly go.
throughout VR, it's
I mean, that's VR in a nutshell half the time, so.
Yeah, it is. But this year is a lot better because now they're actually cordoned off as their own little.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with lighting
instead of it being
interference or
out in open air right next to a fucking projector.
Yeah,
it's
you-
actually.
you have it against black fabric.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even just having the optics of the projector in the space where the infrared is, the optics, the lenses might reflect the infrared in a weird way.
There are so many things that could go wrong there. That it was, and there were literally right next to like more than 100,000 watts of fucking subwoofers. So
Oh, it's just general EMI.
yeah, just every single possible thing that you can think of to make VR tracking not work was present in that space. Like,
Did you like even like loosen up the Velcro on their strap so it just spins at random?
oh, sometimes the tracker straps they'll be sending it up there for an hour. They have to like keep with the pace of the set and everything. So sometimes things will just kind of like go flying off or like stop being attached to them. That happened last night, and we had
So that's a curious question because trackers don't really last a long time. So you have like just a hot swap ready to.
so realistically, so the Tundra trackers, I don't remember the battery.
Oh my god.
They're a thing. They last longer than the Vive Pucks. The Vive Pucks last for about 7 hours.
So good.
So for this
okay, that's at
usage,
least longer than I thought.
they work perfectly fine. I think those are closer to like 10 or 12 or something.
Have you found a preference when it comes to trackers?
That's kind of just down to the person. I've never personally used the Tundras. I have.
Yeah, I've heard so many different types of genres. I would have to say the most hardest
Physically
genre
larger, but that works
I
to your
have
advantage
advanced
because they're less
is
likely to be occluded. That's
anything
why they're
metal.
this weird, funny shape like that.
Just to make sure that they
Metal
get cut
is
by the base
probably the
station.
hardest one. I have a harder
it's
time
like, it's
dancing.
triangulation.
metal.
Like there has
It's
to be
fun,
a number of
but
like free points.
I become an animal
at any time by the base station for it to track. So that's why
but,
there's just a bunch of them all over for any orientation.
Hard style drains
These are the same thing.
shit out of me.
Except they're just different design.
It is.
I almost thought that was one of the slime trackers
God,
or
so
slime
bummed
VR.
out. You were here last night during Fizzles that you saw me. Although that's not the worst time. The worst was when I was dancing for Tatsu back at FBA.
Basically, they're like